Today, myself, Dan, and other friends of mine from Kalbarri are going to take you around and show you the fishing action. Dan, you've been here about 30 years now, so you must be a local.
Well, I think I am by now, and I certainly do enjoy the fishing, Kalbarri in particular.
Now, Kalbarri's about 600 kilometres north of Perth. It's an easy half-day drive, and we're on top of Kalbarri here looking out over some reefs. What's that one there, mate?
That's Oyster Reef, and that's where most people start out, somewhere down here. In this area, fishing oyster, frustration, black rock over to the other side as well, and Chinamans. Excellent places to begin fishing around here.
Now, someone that's a great fisherman is Glenn Brown. He's the skipper of the Kalbarri Explorer, a beautiful new boat that does bottom fishing charters out of Kalbarri. The first story we're going to show you today is a fabulous trip we did out with Glenn and Dan and a friend of mine, Greg McDougall, who's also a bit of a fishing expert. Let's have a look at the fantastic action aboard the Explorer.
The Kalbarri Explorer was custom built for the owner Bob Mitchell and is a superb boat to fish from. It was made to get the customers to and from fishing spots with speed and comfort, so you get the maximum fishing time out of your day on the water. The mouth of the Murchison River is full of dangerous rocks, so care must be taken when navigating out to the open ocean. But once we were through, we headed north to skipper Glenn Brown's best jewfish grounds. Surprisingly, they were very close to shore. The deckhand Jackie set the anchor, while Dan and myself set up our rods for a day of Kalbarri fishing action. I couldn't believe that we'd be fishing this close to the spectacular Kalbarri cliffs and gorges. What a backdrop to have while you wet a line. But while Dan and I were admiring the scenery, my friend Greg McDougall was already into the fish.
It's got a bit of weight, has he? Oh, here's some colour. What do we got? It's a different colour to the last ones, that's for sure.
Throwing it, so I don't know.
Oh, look at that! It's
Sand snapper. Morwong.
Yeah, type of morwong, but the question is, what kind of morwong? What a pretty fish! That's a gold-spotted morwong, is it? That's beautiful. Look at that. I've never seen anything like that. We'll get the hooks out of him and out of me, and have a closer look at him, I think. I'm going to pop him in the sun so you can have a good look. What a beautiful fish, a gold-spotted morwong. A morwong is a fish like a queen snapper that you'll catch very commonly around Perth and in the southwest of WA. And these apparently mate for life, which is better than most people get. So I'm going to pop him back to go and find his mate, or her mate, I don't know which one it is. Carefully. There you go. See ya.
And that was almost immediately, it hit the bottom.
Don't lose it, Dan. Don't lose it.
Certainly got a bit of going him, doesn't he?
He does.
Got some color. He's a good size.
No, it's a huge bullkid.
It's a, oh, look at the size of
it
him.
as well. It's got a mate.
Nice.
What a fish.
He's a monster. Now he's hooked right in the jaw. Great, thanks, Steve. Got him?
Remember, I owe you one.
Well done.
Look at that. Dan, what a great fish. Look at that. The hook's going to come straight out. Beautiful. The skipper said it was his favourite pink snapper spot. I reckon he's going to have to revise that with ball-chin groper like this.
Yeah.
Look at the wonderful teeth on him.
What a set of choppers.
That's fantastic. And the fins, they're bright yellow. Oh, that's wonderful. Now, as I said before, we're using the wonderful white jigs, and all I'm doing is getting a big hunk of squid or octopus on this occasion, chucking it on there, so it just sort of gives a bit of smell. And we're going to drop it all the way to the bottom. Now I'm going to let it go about 3/4 of the way down, and when it starts to get into the zone where the fish are, because in a reef situation like this, they're usually going to be right on the bottom, I'm going to put my thumb on the spool, like that. I'm going to let it go for a few metres and stop it. And the reason I do that is because the fish actually then see that the jig has a bit of life. It looks like maybe a small injured bait fish or something coming down to see them. And as it gets down closer, I'll put it more and more on the spool. We're almost there. Okay. What we do is we just twitch the rod tip and then we wait and see if we get any bites. We want to make sure we're near the bottom, so keep adjusting your bait or your lure so you're right near that bottom. And I got a bite that time. So did he. And I've got a bite too, and we're on a fish, and it's a good one. Oh, gee, I tell you what, this is strong, whatever this is. I don't want to lose him. Come on, oh, I got colour, and it's good colour. It could be jewfish colour. And it is jewfish colour.
It's a nice dewy.
Oh, yes. Woohoo! West Australian jewfish. There is not a more exciting fish to catch on the bottom than this. Barbless hooks will come right out like that. He's taken that white jig, and what a wonderful looking fish. Now that's a legal size, and if you have a look at his eyes, you can see that he's actually been subjected to pressure. It's not very pretty, I know, but for that reason, we're going to keep this one. It'd be nice to put him back, I'd really love to, but this fish has been subject to the bends, which is almost the same as what divers get when they come up too quickly from depth. Tell you what, this is good. This is
After the break, we go in search of an even bigger jewfish on a lure.
Well, the action's awesome on the Kalbarri Explorer, as you can see, but if you're not into your boat fishing, the beach fishing in Kalbarri is fantastic, isn't it, Dan?
It is, and this is one of the most popular beaches, Wittakera.
Yeah, it's very famous. Everyone knows Wittakera Creek.
Yeah, this is where the two castaways from the Batavia were left off, but more importantly, it's a very popular fishing venue.
And the fish that people are really targeting here are tailor, aren't they?
That's tailor more than anything else, right from early November right through the Easter holidays, actually.
Plenty of people come up on Easter and target those big greenback tailor. They can get 3, 4, 5 kilos even at times, and I've heard in the mornings you can actually see them in the waves.
There are times, yeah, when the sun's first coming up, the fishermen come out here and you can see the tailor racing through the waves.
Wow, and also pink snapper, believe it or not, from shore at the same time you get pink snapper,
I've caught
don't
a couple
you?
of pink snapper here myself.
Now, if I was going to throw a line in here at Wittakera Creek, this is the rig that I would use. I tie a leader of about 40 pounds of hard-coated mono right onto a clip swivel, and then I'll use an actual 5 gang of hooks. The reason I use 5 is because I'll put a garfish bait on. In summer, the fish are feeding on garfish. So when you're tossing out with the easterly at your back, you won't need a sinker most mornings. You just put on a garfish, sew it through the belly, and I tell you what, the tailor here will blow your mind. So Wittakera Creek, it's gonna go off in summer, but I bet it's going off on board the Kalbarri Explorer right now. What's this? Oh, hello. I don't like the look of that. What's that, Jack?
This is a little scorpion fish.
A scorpion fish. Now, with a name like scorpion fish, you can only mean one thing. It hurts, right?
It hurts. It's got spines all over the place. Down the back, behind the eyes, down the sides here.
So do you recommend to the people at home that when they find one, they step on it?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's that bit we were talking about right there. Look at that spine. It comes right out beyond the skin. And if that gets you, oh, it's really horrible. So we'll put him back and keep our distance.
Here, okay. There you go. There you go.
The others persisted with normal rigs, but I stuck to the jig, and soon something much bigger grabbed it, and judging by the surging fight, I was hoping it might just be another jewfish.
Could be big enough for a gaff. I might grab that.
Oh, look at this!
Woohoo! Now that's a dewy. You're going to want to put him back, aren't you? It's too late to put the last one back.
I reckon.
Jackie was right. I was really keen to try and release a big jewfish, and this one looked in very good condition. Carefully, we lifted it on board.
I'll get you to put that right up to the camera and show how we've done that. You can see that gaff. We've slid it just underneath the gill plate and out the back. Haven't broken any skin, and we've easily lifted this fish on board. So I'm going to get my hook out, just like that. See, barbless hooks, didn't lose the fish. Now, tell you what, Jack, the eyes are looking good. I reckon we're going to get a good chance of getting this one back.
I think this one will definitely go
walk
back.
it over to the back of the boat. I'll get right out in the back here. And if you keep the gaff just gently inside the fish, I'm going to support the weight in the water. Hold its tail, like that. Lots of nice water over those gills. How you feeling there, mate? That's it. Take your time. It's going to lay down here flat in the deck without letting the fish go. Oops, let the fish go. We've got to... Whoa, there you go.
No worries.
That's one happy jewfish, and I'm a happy fisherman. What do you reckon, Jack? You let one go that big before?
No, not recently. I haven't seen one go that quickly.
Now, I know at home, You're all spewing about that. Oh my God, why do you let the jewfish go? And I'll tell you why. It's because I like to. I think it's fun. If you want to keep it, keep it. Just don't take too many. But I love to let fish go. It makes me feel good. It's why I go fishing. So what a great jewfish. This is a fantastic spot. Get off the bottom, 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 please.
Coming up, the Samson fish move in, and it's mayhem.
Oh, right, give this one 15 kilos at least.